rundown. Back up in the Wadigans, going for a cruise with the Land Rover Club actually. But anyway, so Cape York rundown. What did I think? Bloody amazing. Well worth the trip. We took 4 weeks to do it all. So if I had my time again, I would have taken probably another week at least to spend up on the actual tele track. So we got to each campsite, 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, which was fine, but it would have been nice to spend the whole next day at each of those places. So anyway, amazing scenery, amazing tracks. Most common asked questions, mainly only two questions. Three. We'll start again. 3 questions. A, did we fit? Yeah, most of it. The truck was too wide for a few of the tracks. Gunshot, I was 100mm too wide. The big drop at Palm Creek, which is actually tighter than Gunshot, we were 200mm too wide. So, and there was another, good-looking drop that was on the Frenchman's track between the two rivers. Again, way too wide. So, yeah, we were too wide for a few things, but generally, we drove everything. I'm actually not sure how many mogs have actually done the whole tele track. I've seen people do bits of it, but I'm not sure how many have done the whole tele track. What broke? Actually, we're going to leave that to last. Fuel-wise, we did 8,600 kilometres overall, and it averaged 22 litres per 100. So that's pretty good. Can't complain about that. You guys with your V8 Y62s and your cruisers towing trailers, caravans and shit, probably aren't much far off that. So 22 litres per 100 was pretty good, I thought. What else? Track-wise, we did Frenchman's track was unreal. I love that track. That was really good. Stones Crossing, never go back there. If you're going to do it, start at the beginning, go back, do the river crossing, turn around, have lunch, go back home. The long slog out of that was just fucking ridiculous. I think it took us 10.5 hours to do the 67 kilometres. So I wouldn't go back there. I can say I've done it, but wouldn't go back there anytime soon. But yeah, the actual tele track, unreal. From Nolan's to the tip, I understand everybody needs to get that photo at the tip, and I've got that photo now, but that's another waste of time as far as I'm concerned. Fair enough, do it once, get your photo at the tip, you've got that bragging right. But if I was to ever go back, I would, Nolan's is as far as I would go. I'd rather camp there for three or 4 days than do the rest of the trip to the tip and back. So yeah, overall, awesome experience. Definitely do it again. I copped a lot of flack over breaking the bridge. If anyone's seen all on Facebook, even dumb comments on my YouTube videos. But I will challenge anybody, any single person, in whatever car they want. We will both start the tele track and both finish the tele track, and I can guarantee you the truck will leave less of a footprint than any other four-wheel drive up there. We idled through everything, didn't get stuck anywhere, recovered the best part of 12 vehicles over the 2 weeks we were on it. So, you know what, people that want to put shit on me, you can eat a dick as far as I'm concerned. We fixed the bridge, that was the biggest shit fight. But at the end of the day, I only put the start video up because I wanted the attention, and I got the attention. So, as they say, any publicity is good publicity. But I would never, anyone that knows me knows that I would never damage a track to the point where people can't drive it and not fix it. So, you know what, those people, it's a shame that society at the moment, well, this day and age, is to automatically think the negative, that we drove off and left the bridge. Anyway, that's just, you know, keyboard warriors at their best, I suppose. Now the truck, what broke? guess what? Absolutely fucking nothing. That's a lie. We broke a mirror, if you want to call that a breakage, and a tail light. As far as maintenance on the truck while we were away, I put for the whole trip 4 litres of oil in the engine. It chews a bit on the freeway. Once we're in the tracks though, it doesn't use a drop, so it's just the freeway miles that burn some oil. We did end up with a right rear outer portal seal was leaking, and if anybody knows Unimogs, they only leak when they're in 4-wheel drive because they actually pressurize diffs, gearboxes, transfer case, portals. They pump them full of air to keep the water out. So that's how small a leak it is. It only leaks when you put in 4-wheel drive and it has the pressure. I did 90% of the Tally Track in 2-wheel drive anyway, so it was not a huge deal breaker. I never had to put oil in it. We checked the oil twice, I think, and it was still, you know, the leak was that small, it was still full. So, but that's it. So we broke a tail light, which was my fault. I threw the winch cable out of the way when we were winching everyone out of Now Creek, I think it was called, and it bounced off the lid of my toolbox and into the tail light. So that was my fault. Mirror, you know, we hit a lot of trees with the mirrors, and that was another thing everyone, you know, bitched and moaned about us cutting down trees. I cut 1 tree down for the whole trip, and that was to repair the bridge. So as I said, I challenge anyone. Happy to meet you up there at the start of the Tally, and we'll see who leaves less of a footprint. But yeah, so as far as the trip goes, unreal. Can't wait to do it again. And yeah, if you haven't done it, get up your asses and do it. It's well worth the time. But as I said, we took 4 weeks. I would probably take 6 weeks next time, purely just so you can spend more time at each of the creeks, like the whole day at each of the creeks where we camped, because they were amazing, absolutely amazing. Anyway, our next big trip is the Flinders and the desert. Oh, that's it. And heaps of people have asked how the camper, mate, didn't miss a beat. Everything worked, no damage, really comfortable. The whole new setup, because this was the first trip with the new, you know, kitchen, camper, all that jazz on it. Everything was perfect. Nothing missed a beat. So yeah, couldn't be happier with the truck. Anyway, as I said, next one, Flinders and the Simpson. I think at the moment we've got 5 other monks look like they're coming, so that should be a good trip. There'll be heaps of little weekend stuff and that in between, but like I'll probably make a bit of a video of today. And I'm building a new camper setup. Only, as I said, nothing wrong with the Jayco. I just want a hard-sided one just for a bit longevity, and you know, we had a bit of wind up there at one point, and you know, it was blowing around a little bit, so I actually want to make my own, and I'll probably market them and sell them for, I'll make 3 versions, one for Unimog because of the tray size, and then for the Isuzus, and in Isuzus and Fuzos, whatever they're all up, they all seem to have a similar tray size, so I'll make one for a single cab and one for a dual cab, one of those. But yeah, stay tuned on the campers, that'll be pretty cool. There's nothing available like what I want to make that I've been able to find in Australia. They all seem to be